Welcome, Glow Getters. I'm Jamie, your host of Let's Glow. As a medical esthetician, internationally trained laser specialist, exercise physiologist, certified nutrition coach, and co-owner of two fabulous medical spas called Glow Laser Aesthetics, it is my goal to help you to live your best skin life. Today's episode is all about transforming your skin from dull to dazzling and maintaining that radiant glow throughout the summer. So grab your favorite beverage, get comfy, and let's dive in. Summer, the season of sunshine, beach days, and endless outdoor fun. But with all that extra sun and heat, our skin needs a little extra TLC to stay radiant and healthy. In this episode, we're going to dive deep into summer skincare tips and some universal strategies to keep your skin glowing all year round. Let's start with how to care for your skin during these hot, sunny months. Summer brings with it increased UV exposure, sweat, and humidity, all of which can impact your skin. I highly recommend starting to use more lightweight products. In the summer, your skin produces more oil, so switching to lightweight, oil-free products, looking for gel-based moisturizers and serums, will hydrate without feeling heavy. Try adding a hyaluronic acid serum under your moisturizer. So you would basically cleanse, then use a toner if you choose, and then put your hyaluronic acid serum on before the moisturizer. It's light, absorbs quickly, and keeps your skin hydrated without adding extra oil. Hyaluronic acid is actually our friend and one of my favorite ingredients. It draws moisture from the environment into your skin. This makes it a fantastic addition to your summer routine. A little hint, and this is one of my little tricks that I share with my clients, is to buy the Evian water spray. You can find this usually in the cosmetic sections at a drugstore like Walgreens. You can find it at Target, Walmart, all the places that have makeup. It's just a little spray bottle. And what you would do is put your hyaluronic acid on and then do a quick spritz of that Evian spray. That will soak in and just truly give you a glowing, dewy look, which, hello, who doesn't want that? Then you would let that kind of soak in and then proceed with your moisturizer and then, of course, sunscreen. And that leads me to my next point. Double down on the sunscreen. Sunscreen is non-negotiable. Summer especially, but year-round. Using a broad spectrum sunscreen with at least an SPF of 30 and reapplying every 2 hours. Of course, if you're swimming, you're sweating, we want to apply more frequently. Be sure to not forget the areas like your ears, the back of your neck, the tops of your feet. Also, when your hair parts, don't forget that part. I see so many times, and this has even happened to me, I apply really, really good. I'm feeling great. My tan is just right, and my part is burned. Also, don't forget your eyebrows. I see this so much. Fun fact that's kind of terrifying about UV exposure is that over 80% of the aging process of our skin and how our skin looks, so wrinkles, sunspots, all the things, come from sun damage. What? So if that doesn't make you want to use your SPF, I don't know what does. I'm here for it. So also, if you notice anything strange on your skin, anything like that, I highly recommend going and getting it checked out with a dermatologist. Someone in your local medical spa could probably, look at it, but they're probably going to recommend a dermatologist if it's something weird. Okay, moving on to H2O. You're going to get to know me pretty well with this podcast, and I am really big on reminding people to drink their water. Our skin loves water. Our cells love water. You're going to feel better, look better just by adding. We're going to do this in baby steps, which means today, if you had 3 12-ounce bottles, add a 4th. Do that for a while, get used to it, and then add a 5th, and so on. So every day that you're doing better than the day before is a huge win. With this hot weather, it means you'll be sweating more. This can lead to dehydration. Drinking plenty of water throughout the day keeps your skin hydrated from the inside out. I recommend all my clients as a rule of thumb to take their body weight, cut it in half, and that's how many ounces a day you should be drinking of water to have the most beautiful skin and to feel your best. So if you weigh 160 pounds, that's 80 ounces a day. And of course, if you're in warm weather, if you're exercising, adding a little more. So incorporate also, hydrating foods into your diet. That helps too. So watermelon, cucumber, berries, these taste great, but also help you to maintain your hydration levels. Another tip that I absolutely love is to take frozen sliced strawberries. So throw a handful of those into your big water bottle and let them diffuse. It is so delicious. It literally is like strawberry kisses in your water. It's so good. So that's going to help you to maintain that water drinking goal of half your body weight in ounces. And your skin's going to thank you because hydration helps to maintain skin elasticity, overall appearance, reducing likelihood of dryness and flakiness. So we are here for it. Next up, let's talk about antioxidants. Using antioxidant-rich serums like vitamin C to protect your skin from free radicals caused by UV exposure can help to brighten your skin and even out your skin tone. Applying your vitamin C serum in the morning before your sunscreen gives you maximum protection against sun damage. Antioxidants actually neutralize free radicals. These are unstable molecules that can damage your skin cells. Vitamin C is one of our favorite, most powerful antioxidants. The benefits are amazing. So brightening the complexion, yes, please. Promoting collagen production, double yes, please. And protecting against environmental damage. Now, I need to note that there's some confusion about vitamin C use and its relationship with sun exposure. So let's clear it up a bit. First of all, I recommend applying the vitamin C in the morning because it's beneficial to enhance the skin's natural defense against UV damage because most of us don't hide in a cave all day. We're out and about, whether we're going to work, going shopping, doing our thing. And like I said, it neutralizes free radicals caused by sun exposure. So this will help to reduce the risk of sunburn and long-term damage. So the way we would use it is after cleansing and toning in the morning, apply your vitamin C serum, but be sure to follow it up with that moisturizer you choose and a broad spectrum sunscreen. I recommend using at least an SPF of 30 and, noting too that the combination of vitamin C and sunscreen together is what provides the synergistic effect. This is going to give you better protection against UV rays. There are concerns with photosensitivity with vitamin C. It is a misconception unless you have highly sensitized skin, and that would look like, redness all the time. You may feel sensitive to your products, and that's a whole other issue that we'll actually tackle in another episode. But unless you have that super, super sensitive skin, vitamin C is really great. So the misconception is that the vitamin C can cause photosensitivity, making your skin more susceptible to sun damage. But in fact, pure vitamin C, which is also known as ascorbic acid, does not make your skin more sensitive to the sun. Remember, using it with sunscreen is the key, though. It's that synergistic effect. It protects from the harmful rays, and using it with sunscreen will give you that maximum protection. Some people prefer to use their vitamin C in the evening to avoid any potential interactions with other ingredients, and that is due to personal preference. If you choose to use it at night, apply it after cleansing and before your moisturizer, and it will help because it's antioxidant. It will help to repair overnight and rejuvenate your skin. So whatever feels best for you and serves you well, do that. So some key points I want to kind of touch on. Sunscreen, again, is essential. You're going to be so sick of hearing me talk about sunscreen and water. But really, if you don't do anything else, if you're taking away 2 points, it's drink that water and use that sunscreen. One thing to know about vitamin C is that it is sensitive to light and air. So store your serum in a dark, cool place and make sure the bottle's tightly sealed. And always look for products that are in containers and bottles that are not super clear because the container needs to protect that ingredient inside. Let's talk about after sun. So, we've done our due diligence, we've prepped our skin, we're safely getting sun exposure because really, let's be real. Getting a little bit of a tan feels good. Being in the sun feels good. It's just part of our DNA. But we need to do this safely to make sure we're not putting ourselves at risk for sun damage and potentially skin cancer. So let's talk about after sun. So if you get a little too much sun, I love to use aloe vera from the plant or a natural. You can find this in a lot of after sun lotions. These products will help to reduce inflammation and prevent peelings. Keeping your aloe in the fridge will give an extra cooling effect when you apply it, and it feels really good and refreshing. Aloe actually is anti-inflammatory. It has great anti-inflammatory properties that can soothe a sunburn and help to heal the skin faster. Another point to make is during the summer, we love to do, great contouring and everything, but avoiding the heavy makeup is going to do your skin a lot of good. Heavy makeup can clog pores and lead to breakouts in the summer. I love to opt for a tinted moisturizer or BB cream, and SPFs with a little bit of tint are really lovely too. I really am obsessed right now with Elta MD's tinted clear. So it's sheer but tinted. It's an SPF of 46 and oh my God, I love it. And it gives you just enough coverage without being cakey. It's breathable. It feels good. It doesn't feel too heavy at all, but it gives you kind of a little more of a complete look. Also, instead of using like foundations and, heavy powders and things, look for products though that are labeled non-comedogenic. This means that they won't clog your pores. Non-comedogenic products are actually formulated to avoid blocking the pores, and this reduces the likelihood of acne breakouts, which is really important to look for. You don't want anything oil-based or too cakey, and, I'm sorry, but not all products are created equal, which in another episode, we will be tackling ingredients and how to know what is best for your skin type. Moving on, another fabulous thing you can do for your skin over the summer, especially, is to exfoliate regularly. With exfoliation, this can help with getting rid of that sweat and sunscreen. And, if you're out and about and you're outdoorsy, a little bit of dirt and grime that just kind of like finds its way into our pores, this can be really helpful to exfoliate and clear all that. Use a gentle exfoliant to remove these dead skin cells and to keep your pores clear. I really highly recommend avoiding harsh scrubs that can irritate your skin. Things that are like crushed up shells, things like that. There are a lot of products out there that are either nutshells, all kinds of weird stuff. Those will tear up your skin. If you used one of those products and looked at your skin under a microscope, you would be like, oh my gosh, skin, I am so sorry. So let's not use those. Instead, I love to recommend something more chemically exfoliating, something with a enzyme type of effect. Those are really gentle on the skin. Alpha hydroxy acid, beta hydroxy, something very gentle. And again, if you have very sensitive skin, there are a little more gentle things like the enzymes would be more appropriate than alpha hydroxy or beta hydroxy. But definitely consult with a skincare professional to go a little deeper into that if you're very sensitized. What you want to do is use that 2 to 3 times a week, non-consecutive days. Fun fact about our skin and when we are using exfoliation and cleansing and everything, sometimes it can be a little counterintuitive. So we think, okay, my skin needs to be cleansed, it needs to be exfoliated. And so we are hardcore exfoliating every day, sometimes twice a day. We're cleansing, cleansing, cleansing. and our skin is getting more oily and breaking out, and we're like, oh my God, what am I doing? What am I doing wrong? And you're not alone. Unfortunately, this is a really counterproductive way of tackling it. So, really, the way our skin works is that we're wired to be very resilient, and that includes our skin. So, our skin gets the signal when you're cleansing, exfoliating. You're starting to dry up a little bit, thinking, okay, I'm getting rid of the oil. And really, what's happening is your cells that live in your skin are saying, oh my gosh, we are drying out here. Make more oil. So, sebum is actually the oil in your skin, and we have sebaceous glands that actually produce this oil, and this lubricates your skin and it's protective. We have, our moisture barrier, this protective barrier. And so your body is in self-preservation mode and creating more and more oil, even though your intention is to have super squeaky clean skin. It is just doing exactly the opposite. So with that being said, start with twice a week exfoliating, non-consecutive days. If you're feeling great with that, you can add a third day and see how it feels. But if you start feeling oily, back it off a little bit, or, take a closer look to your cleanser. Maybe you need to be on a gentle cleanser, not an alpha hydroxy or glycolic acid cleanser. So kind of play with that a little bit. Okay, rant over. So now that we've covered some topics that are specific to summer skincare, I want to talk about some universal tips. This will help you to keep glowing all year round, and that is the key. I love to educate my clients on just how they can take care of their skin, whether they're coming to my medical spa and seeing me regularly or one of my great practitioners, or they're taking care of their skin at home. So that's my goal, is to empower each and every one of you to know how to take care of your skin at home, regardless if you have access to a lovely bougie medical spa like mine, or you are DIYing it. There's a lot of great products out there. There's a lot of great information. There's a lot of misinformation, and that's why I am so passionate about this, is helping to guide you correctly. So let's go over some of these universal tips. First of all, consistency. Sticking to a consistent skincare routine is key. So that would involve your cleansing, moisturizing. You can use an eye cream if you'd like as well. Applying sunscreens should be your essentials. So cleanser, moisturizer, sunscreen. If you were to pick the three basics, that is 100% what I would recommend. And of course, adding in your, targeted serums is wonderful. An eye cream is wonderful. It all just depends on what your goals are. But really, we want to keep the skincare routine simple and consistent. Overloading your skin with too many products can do more harm than good. We're throwing everything at our skin. It can have that overwhelming effect, and it's hard to stay consistent when you have a 11-step skincare routine. Now, some of us are into it. I'm, kind of in middle age, so I'm all about the extra heavy hitters. But even that, I don't use every day. So keeping it super simple. So again, cleanse, moisturize, and sunscreen. If you're not doing anything else, please, please, please add that in. So the next point, and again, I'm an exercise physiologist and a certified nutrition coach, so I have to recommend a healthy diet. We truly are what we eat. So that means your skin too. Your skin reflects what you eat. So include plenty of fruits, vegetables, and healthy fats into your diet. Omega-3 fatty acids, especially found in fish, flax seeds, they're so good for your skin. So, when you're looking at how to incorporate it, we're looking at things like avocado, fish, just nuts. There's a lot of healthy fats out there, or you can supplement with essential fatty acids, something like that. And of course, before adding any supplements, I do recommend clearing it with your healthcare provider just to be safe. Incorporating also foods that are rich in antioxidants. These are like berries, leafy greens. These fight those free radicals from the inside out, kind of like how vitamin C, when we topically apply it. Also vitamin C. Oranges, who doesn't love citrus, especially in the summertime? I love to add a little lemon in my water too to get a little boost of antioxidants. Next up, really staying active, movement, exercise. And I'm not talking, you have to become a gym rat or anything. Moving, going for a walk, going to yoga, Pilates, biking, swimming, surfing, whatever. Do that, but get active. Exercise and movement boosts our circulation and promotes healthy skin. It helps, to help our lymphatic system run properly. All the good things that actually, all these processes in our body, we wear on our skin. So, we're looking at you a little more with a holistic approach here. It's not all about getting a facial every month or an expensive laser treatment, which, I'm a huge fan, obviously, with my medical spa, but it's about what else are you doing? Your skin and your results, even when you get these amazing treatments at a medical spa or your local esthetician, that is about 20%. What you're doing the rest of the time is what truly, truly matters. So, incorporating all these things. So get moving. That's my point. Also, sleep. This is when our body recovers. This is when your body goes into repair mode and heals damaged cells, promoting new cell growth. This includes our skin. So the recommendations are like 7 to 9 hours of quality sleep. Sometimes with busy lifestyles, that's not always practical, but minimum of 6 hours. Try to establish some bedtime routines that help you to wind down. We all hear like, okay, blue light exposure, our phones, our laptops, everything like that can kind of trick your brain into thinking it's earlier in the day and it might be hard to fall asleep. So really powering down 2 hours before you go to bed. And again, I know this is not always the most practical thing. I try to power down about an hour before. So that just kind of helps me go into the mode. And then, you could have a cup of tea, you could read, meditate. Whatever helps you to sleep or to get sleepy, that's what we want to do. And it's different for everyone. And, maybe I should do an episode on that as well. I think I'll write that down. So stay tuned. Another thing is stress management. And this kind of goes hand in hand with the sleep thing because I don't know about you, but couple times a month, I have a really crazy night where I have mind tornado going. It's hard to fall asleep. Raise your hand if this has happened to you. It's like, my brain's throwing like a rave and I just cannot turn it off. Even though I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm watching the clock and freaking out. Stress management can help with this. So high stress levels actually can wreak havoc on your skin. Doing things like going for a walk, yoga, meditation, of course, can help. But one thing I find really helpful is to, especially those mind tornado nights, make a list of if I'm pondering on something like, oh, I forgot to do this or I can't forget to do this. I'll start to make a list that I have to tackle the next day. That way my brain can kind of stop stewing on it. And I get it down. I know I'm going to come back to it. And that seems to be pretty effective, especially if it's things that I'm stressing about that I have to do the next day, the next week, whatever. Next up with our universal tips, smoking and alcohol can actually dehydrate and damage your skin. That also goes with vaping. These things can really wreak havoc on our skin. If you are into this stuff, no judgment at all. Just try to limit the habits. And with alcohol, make sure to balance it with lots of water. My rule of thumb, and this is also to not feel like garbage after consuming some alcohol, is for every beverage you have that is alcohol-based, have 2 glasses of water. This will minimize those dehydrating effects. It's going to help you to feel better the next day. Yeah, it might be fun to go out. I love some good wine with some of my girlfriends or margaritas on the deck or whatever. I love it just like everybody else, but I know my body will thank me if I have my water. So 2 glasses for every alcoholic beverages. And then kind of, backing off on the smoking and the vaping if you do it. Not to mention it's expensive. You could be, putting that money into fabulous skincare and treatments with your local SD or med spa. Just kind of deciding, priorities. Regular professional treatments are always a good idea. So I'm talking regular facials with your local fabulous med spa, whoever you trust for your skincare needs. Whether you come to my med spa called Glow Laser Aesthetics in Marquette, Michigan, or you have a great place in your own town to go to, I love regular facials. This will help with that cell turnover, keeping your skin looking dewy and fresh and deep cleaned and all the things. Chemical peels also are wonderful to add in. Now, summertime, you have to be mindful of the aftercare, especially with chemical peels. And then laser treatments. Laser Genesis is one of my major tools in my toolbox at my med spa. Laser Genesis is a complexion perfector, essentially. It helps with pores, fine lines, but it also gets deep down because it's a laser and can help to rebuild collagen, helps with acne scarring, a lot of things like that. But again, in the summertime, we have to be mindful of that post-care exposure, especially with the sun. And there you have it, glow getters, with these summer skincare tips and the universal strategies. I hope you can keep your skin looking radiant and healthy no matter what the season is, but especially this summer. We're all about that lit from within, beautiful glow, and you deserve it. Remember, the key to beautiful skin is consistency, care, and a little bit of knowledge. Thank you so much for joining me on this episode of Let's Glow. If you've enjoyed today's show, please subscribe, leave a review, and share it with your friends. And as always, feel free to reach out with any questions or topics that you'd like to hear me cover. Until next time, keep glowing and stay beautiful. Thank you so much. This is Jamie signing off. See you next time on Let's Glow.